Alright, I have another curse seed here from Manad. Tickle equally decrease. They said it's another good one for like basically unconventional lines, so let's see what we have here. I am glad that to see Forgotten Power generally, although not with the Mollusk Mage. Good defense though already, with Sap and the Awake. Annoying bosses, well, two annoying bosses. Daedalus isn't so bad. Stygian, Awoken, Stygian. Well, we'll just have to see here. With an Awake and a double Sapwood, or double Sap, Strangler could be a thing. So two Scourge bosses means, you know, maybe a bottom floor setup. And I don't really like Predator, so why don't we do that? Let's go Strangler. Obviously Vapor Funnel's no good, but a Tenth of Scales could end up being good, hopefully. I think we can definitely do this. Okay, Aggressive Amulet could be an issue. But if we go top, I don't think it will be, and that's a unit draft, so we should take it. This is one where Predator would probably be better on this particular fight, but I'm not too worried about it. So hopefully we just don't draw Awake here, but if we do, we do. We can at least take some of these out. It's a nice thing, by the way, Forgotten Power, I can take them out, right? Stygian Lance, I wouldn't have had the Ember. I would have had to do some, you know, sacrifice something played there. Okay, perfect. We'll just stack this regen. Keep doing that, and take the big guy out. Really nice that he came in the front. That's super lucky, in fact. And for this, I actually think we just stack a little bit more regen, take another guy out, and call it good. Alright, we'll just keep doing this. Taking one of these guys out. Hit. 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 Alright, we've got a lot of regen here, and we've got it. Alright, good ring one, good ring one. I'm leaning towards Sapwood, or Wildwood Sap. I keep calling it Sapwood. There's a wood and a sap in it. I think we can do that. You know, regen, at this amount of regen, we could potentially get enough regen that it's enough. Scaling-wise, I don't think Sharpen is really better than Root Seeds. I still kind of maintain that. I think that's what I'll do. Crypt Builder's huge here. So good with Forgotten Powers. Now the question is, do we want a different tank than Wildenton? Like, is Wildenton in the back doing damage? These are pretty good. Maybe we'll take a shell for now. A little bit redundant with Strangler, I guess. We could always just not use Wildenton as well. Like if I find a Woken Hollow, even though the Cultivate procs aren't high, it would still probably be better than Strangler if I can get a Shattered Shell up enough. We'll just have to see. Large Stone, health and damage. Should have checked the thing first. Well, we could do Silliphite. That's certainly unconventional to do Strangler and Silliphite, but is it? Maybe that's actually pretty solid. We have already a Crypt Builder for it. We may end up with more. I am kind of liking that. Divinity is still a question, though. You know, what will we do against Divinity in that case? Very hard to cash in on that spell weakness. It's the eternal conundrum with Silliphite. And if they're all stuck on one floor, I didn't quite know. I don't know that I like Silliphite here, in all honesty. I feel like with the amount of regen I have, I think Relentless will actually be fine. What I really just need is a quick on my Shattered Shell. I can get that here. Hopefully it's not endless. Let's just see. Okay, so we already have a quick here. Let's take it. That's going to be really nice for that. And we'll hold off on these. I think if I self-infuse, I'll have enough health to hopefully survive other stuff. But I don't have to self-infuse either. There's other things that might just come up. But we'll know here. We're going to visit this Hell Vent. 10 and Pierce here, I do like that. But probably not the 30. I don't think. I could. It's a lot of shards. I think we just cool it here. Since we're most likely not going to be spending money. Didn't really check the map beforehand. That's a mistake. I'm getting so sloppy lately. I think I will remove a steward. They really are pretty bad in this deck. I don't think we go too hard on the Crypt Builder. I don't know that Crypt Builder is going to be like that central to this deck. I know we've kind of talked about Silliphite, but I do kind of feel with Root Seeds and a quick Shattered Shell, I can just self-infuse this, and that should be with the regen on Strangler enough to get it done. I think. This unit draft's worth it. A little bit hard to get our first Slay, but we'll go up top, give ourselves time to find some Root Seeds maybe. At least we got this guaranteed kill there. Boom. That's a little unfortunate. That's also a little unfortunate. Would I rather put regen in right now or just damage? I think I'd rather have damage. Then I can do this and that doesn't hit us. Oh man, these spikes could be brutal. Well, I don't think they're enough to kill me, so we'll do that. I'm trying to get 2 Forgotten Powers there, so I'm going to play it first. Sweeper Boss. Should have paid attention to that. Well, we can hopefully remedy that by... I guess I could still put regen on the back, huh? But I probably should just put the Root Seeds here at this point since I have so much regen already stacked here. Let's do this just so it dies. I can keep my health stacked. Okay. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, so we make some mistakes, but we barely get out of that one okay. Vinegrass could help with the Spike Channeler. Won't be that much... Won't be much... I don't know if it'll be much useful other than that, though. But... maybe that's pretty needed for the Divinity fight. I may not find a better answer than Mind Grasp. I think we take it. Glimmer's kind of not good with Shattered Shell. We can take an Offering Token. Oh, we don't even have to Hellvent the Shattered Shell now if we just do this. I think we take it. Which makes me almost wonder if I had kept gold. There's a boons here. I might have good justification to hit the steel. Now my Hellvent isn't that good. If I could get a multi-strike, that'd be great. But I am basically chasing multi-strike if I go to the right. So 50-50 is really the only thing that's good for me. I think because I am so low on gold, I'm still probably not hitting this Merchant of Steel. I guess I'll also have to wait all the way till here to frickin' do the thing, but whatever. I think I'm just going to skip for gold. I think I get through this next fight fine, especially if I'm going to Hellvent more regen, which I'm probably going to do. Let's see if anything here is better. Nope. Let's take a look here. Well, we're either dead or we're not, right? With Strangler. And I don't think we're dead. Could Hellvent the Awake. I think I want to Hellvent the Sap. Okay. Do I take that as well? We taking 15 there to 35. I would be under the shard count. I also don't know if we're going left or right here. Probably left. We would love to get some upgrades on this Wildwood Saps that we have, or just cost reduce the Awake. I think I can find better use of my shards than that gold. Plus that just makes this fight harder without any immediate benefit. If he double drops, we're fine. Plus I got the quick anyway. Just gives us a nice little scaling tick there. I almost don't want to kill these, so it won't. Like, they're just scaling for me, right? Do I kill this? Or would I rather just have it for, again, scaling? I feel like I would rather just have it for scaling. Let's just keep scaling here. Like, I won't kill it with my first hit, but eventually I will kill it. Just keep throwing these out. We're gonna leave this. Let's just get rid of these. Can put some damage there. Pretty easy turns. We don't want to do that. That ought to do it. Definitely want a multi-strike, but if I can't get it, I can't get it. Spreading spores oddly kind of makes sense here. We got a magic coming right up. I hate this card. I always say it's generally not worth taking, but considering our plan is literally just scale up Shattered Shell and, you know, have a bunch of regen. I mean, it is a bunch of regen. It's not a bunch of regen, it is some regen. Is it better than just playing Awake every now and then? That I don't know. I mean, Awake is definitely more regen. Both of them are kind of just equally expensive. I know Spreading Spores is technically less expensive, but if I take the Spreading Spores, I basically have to really commit to making it be what gets Ember reduced versus the Awake, which was my original plan. Awake also just gives me more health immediately if I need it, which is actually pretty good, right? It's a little more flexible that way, and the spikes are irrelevant, I would say. I think we actually might just skip here. Maybe the Unleash is probably worth taking. Then again, I honestly don't know. I don't know that it actually helps us that much if I'm going to have this much regen. I actually think we skip here. We want to hit root seeds fairly often. Ooh, Animus. I do kind of wonder if Animus is a better infusion than +3 on kill. It turns every single root seeds into a sharpen. Well, a better sharpen. Like, I actually do prefer Animus here, but adding it does mean 3 banners here, which sucks. Also means 1 more remove left to make. Well, I can remove the other Shattered Shell here. Just means I'll have to add health, which is nice. It's a lot easier to find than multi-strike. So we can head here, get some health on it. We're going to want that health if it's a sweeper boss. Yeah, I think the Animus is better than the Shattered Shell. Could see reasons to do Ember. Pip would open up Large Stone, but that's pretty speculative. I think I might like Ember because it is Scourge Boss. The Scourge fell, which Ember actually helps quite a bit, and Root Seeds, you know, kind of with Ember is a draw upgrade as well. We probably don't really make much use of Forgotten Power from here on out, unfortunately, but it is what it is. That's just kind of how it goes with Forgotten Power sometimes. This is pretty good on a sap. Let's check the artifact just in case here. Wow, Split Anvil. That certainly opens some stuff up. Though Lightstone Casing can be pretty good on Awake. Or even these Wildwood Saps. I think I like the Split Anvil. I can keep the Wildwood Sap Consume at a 2 cost. And I have the Ember upgrade, so even if I'm Ember drained, I can play Awake and get everything else down. I do think I like this. Question is there anything worth Ember reducing at this point? Since I have Split Anvil? Maybe not. Probably would still be nice for these root seeds to be down though, like if I spell chain it or something. Consume... I don't think so. I think a permafrost here is fine. Again, I can remove these Forgotten Powers eventually. I think I keep Awake at 3. Because it's the Split Anvil value. I would like to hold over either Awake or Wildwood Sap. I don't know which. But, you know, we'll have to find that first. Do I even spend this gold, though? Is that useful? It's a lot to spend on Spike's answer, but it isn't. I think it's worth it. We could put a +10 here. I don't need the Ember Stone that much. So let's get rid of the second shell. And maybe I do get rid of a Forgotten Power versus the units right now. I don't know. Maybe they're fine. The plan on Stealthos is just saps anyway. Regen. Okay. Okay, we definitely take the Thorn Lord here. We'll end up with more health and more damage. It's a good deal to me. And a full draw second turn. And just more damage turn 1. Spell Shield should be absolutely fine. Now this fight, we go bottom, I'm pretty sure. Put you here. Do that, do that, do that, do that. Now, unfortunately, Fuckface here is going to have some issues getting enough stuff. Like, he's just not going to get slays. Well, either way, we should get as much regen then as possible. That's how we beat the boss, is regen, not damage. Because I'm getting damage on Thornlord. So we get our nice play here. We got some slays there. I mean, he's not getting the slay anyway, but does it matter? We should just... I think we're fine to Ember Drain here. Okay, he'll get the slays here. Guess I could have incanted a few more times there. Alright, whatever. We pwn this boss. Ensnare is probably the only time I wouldn't take an Ensnare. It still could be taken, honestly, but... You know, the only way it makes sense is if we get into a situation where Wildenton dies, but I think if that happens, we're pretty fucked anyway. We'd rather just find root seeds and restores, or I mean regen cards. The other cards are trash. These are pretty trash as well. I mean, Guardian's Amulet, maybe. I think it's a bit redundant with the... It's not completely redundant with the regen, but it's not good enough to justify adding. So we do need to probably go steel here. Maybe we don't, though. I mean, if I put enough regen on Wildenton, because I have the incant scaling, I might just be fine here. I can finally make my infusion. I think either way, we just want to see what comes up here. Okay, 25 health is perfect. Let's just do that. And let's take a look here first. Should have took a look at the temple. Oh well. Let's get rid of more units. Awoken Rare is probably better. The Stygian ones are all spell related, which we would rather have just like... I don't know. I don't know that we want any Awoken Rares either. Let's take a quick inventory of what our... Remember, there's only one offering, so we should evaluate toward the low end. Like Channel Song, no. Broken Rail Spike's good. I still don't think I need Unleash in this deck. Adaptive, probably not. Quick, no. Spreading Spores, I'm still not feeling. Cycle of Life, I might be down with. It's not great, though. We essentially have max health increase via regen. So, not that good of stuff with Awoken. Spike, no. Harness, no. Ice Empire, no. Siren Song, no. Although Siren Song, if I... This is a problem. If I check the temple and seen if I have intrinsic or not, it could be a way to set up top against Divinity. Certainly could. Intrinsic, but only intrinsic would I take that. Deep Offering could be okay. Synergy is like maybe okay. Gifts is probably not good. Honestly, none of them are that good. Awoken Rail Spike's the only thing that really entices me here. Cycle of Life. Well, I'll take Cycle of Life. I think I could actually use it on my backliner, maybe. Might be okay there. Let's take a look at what we got here. Purge and Spell Chain. I think I'd Spell Chain or Root Seed, maybe. The 0 cost one. So we already added that. I do start with no attack, which sucks, but eventually we'll root seed it. And most likely we set up top, I think, because I do have enough health to set up top. I just have to put a regen or two onto Shattered Shell, and then we'll be good to go there. Where are our... So we're getting... This might be the best use of 10 shards that I can find. I do kind of need to get rid of these Forgotten Powers. But I also have 3 units that still have yet to get removed. Let's get rid of the units right now. I don't really need to hold much gold here. Unfortunately, the steel now is not so good. I can hold a little bit of gold, but let's get rid of some units. So it is stealth boss. We should set up top then. Heaven's Seal is the easiest thing to take with Strangler. It doesn't even heal them when they get strangled. Alright, this will be a good fight for us. So we can do this. Get everything downcosted. We'll be able to kill most of this. Okay, unfortunately that happened, but we should be used to it by now, right? Let's do that, and then we'll just keep doing this. Did I spell chain? Okay, I was like tripping for a minute. I was like, didn't I spell chain that? Thought I did. Could do this. Could also do this. I think I like that more. A little bit of damage on the backliner, but not enough for me to care. Do this just for some incants. Might as well get these incants in, right? Alright, we're scaled decently on the backliner here. I am fine putting in this damage here. Look at that, half damage. Not too bad, huh? Still not scaling horribly well on the backliner, though. It's potentially going to be an issue for Divinity. We'll have to think about it. I guess this is worth taking over 25 gold, but marginally. I don't think we want to hurt our Durrani. We already got enough Ember. Restoring Retreat only really works speculatively on an Iron Drop Cage. Not good enough for me. I can't even make them go down, really. I kinda can, but not really. Skip. Titan's Tooth could work, but nah, skip. We want just maybe, I don't know. So we know we can't get Lightstone Casing. 30 power. We'll need 15 shards somewhere. I don't know where that will be. Permafrost. Definitely don't have anything I think I want a Permafrost. Ooh, Old Magic could be good. So we could stack more regen. This regen isn't that much. We could just do sap. See, this is an okay sap card. Then again, I could just do rage. I mean, honestly, rage might be good. Get holdover going. I think I might like that more. And buff. That we don't really need to do. It's an okay card. I mean, that's 18 damage scaling. If I can get a holdover. No, we don't, but we have this. I will say, might be nice to bring one of them down. Because if I drop both, and I'm on 4 Ember, if I'm on 3 Ember and I don't have Awake or Cycle of Life, in that case I can only play one of them. I think it's worth 25 to bring one of them back down. And do I want to purge another one of these? Honestly, I think I do. I don't really see a better use of our shards here. We can go to 105 by doing this. If I get another purge, that is, which, you know, might happen. It's 1 out of 3 chance. Do you think we go bottom here? We don't really want to have all these scourges. I got a root seeds right off the bat, which is great. Unfortunately, I think we just take this. We want to stack as much regen as possible. I think we can give up. I should have done this on a different floor, but I think it's fine to give this up here. I miss out on a little bit. You know, it's only I only get 3 on scale, so it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. Okay, I think we just take more damage. Pyre health doesn't really matter to us, in all honesty. What matters to us is not dying too relentless, so let's just stack as much of this as possible. And who knows, maybe I can discard it here. I could have guaranteed the discard. I should have probably done that. I was pretty greedy to do that. You know, in this case... No, I still think I'd do this. I think I'd just take the damage. Might as well, right? Now here, I can probably guarantee this gets out of here. Purge that thing as well. Is it just me or is he like always doing this? Like on the turns that I have Awake. So it's like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. We've got pretty good scaling. Haha, gotcha. Messed that up a little bit, but it ended up not really mattering. It's better to put Frostbite on the boss versus getting a 1 on Incant. I think we got this one. Well, maybe we don't. Okay, now we do. Pretty damn annoying, though. Never lucky. Try to give myself the best chance to discard one of them. But, you know, like we said, fire health doesn't matter. Pretty wild, though. Even with an Ember upgrade and Split Anvil, we take 20 damage from Scourges. This boss is so stupid. It's so stupid. Well, there's a Rail Spike. I think we're definitely inclined to take that. It could mess up Split Anvil, I guess. Kinda, but I think it's overall a benefit. And we should just take draw here. I am kind of in need of money. None of these are really that helpful to the next... Well, they're helpful, but I just don't think we need them to beat basically anything here. Shade Wings is probably our toughest, but I think we have time to scale. Now, I think I would lean toward a Hellvent here. I mean, there's a lot of value on the right. This is a low value Hellvent, but it is a Hellvent, and it's possible I don't have much on the right. I mean, I'm really just wanting holdover at this point. Maybe double stack. Maybe consume remove. I mean, I guess we want all of them, but I don't have much gold. I can't even reroll. Artifacts aren't really good here. Like, none of the good Stygian artifacts are good for my deck. I guess a double incant would be okay. Looks like this is where Manad went down. Caverns may or may not be good. They're swingy. But a Hellvent will always be good. And then I can just save my money for the next ring. Which, by the way, Hellvent is with the steel. I could still get a Pyrestone housing, I guess. I suppose I still like the prospect of getting, like... Maybe, like... I could also just Hellvent this Root Seeds to get me to 100. Like, that Root Seeds might be... Or even the Old Magic. You know, let's just do the Old Magic. I think the Old Magic's actually just super good. Okay. Now you'll see we can just get more health here out of going Thornlord. And then obviously more damage. They really need to fix the Strangler path. They never will though. They've given... It's so... You know... I still love what the devs did with this game. And I love the initial period of about the initial year that it came out. It really seemed like they were just pushing out a bunch of free content, bunch of updates. They were really interacting with the community, doing dev streams. They were looking at all the data. Really seemed like this was their baby. But it is disappointing, to say the least, how things turned out after the DLC dropped. They just kind of abandoned it, but maybe... I assume it's just something from top down from their publisher. That's just my benefit of the doubt assumption there. It is the worst probably fight for us. It's the only one that can really one-shot us, but I think we'll be fine. As long as we have time to scale up here. Just gotta get the damage on... It's already good enough for this first wave, more or less. I think we're better off doing this. I need to get rid of this. Do I need to get rid of the Vine Grasp? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, just verify. Okay, so that max health is actually pretty good here. Boom. Actually, Vine Grasp ended up paying for itself there. In the long run. This is actually a pretty good hit. It's a kill, actually. We could do this and draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We would overdraw, but well, we could just do this. Here, let's do this, actually. Now we can do... Well, we were going to do that. I suppose I still will. I don't really need to play the Awake here. Wow, that was horrible. That was fucking horrible. God damn it. Whatever. Let's... $52 by 2 doesn't technically kill that, but... I think I still don't want to... I think yeah, I'll kill it now. So that's fine. Good job to not discard the Vine Grasp, at least. That way I don't have to redraw it. Would I rather have an Awake or a Cycle of Life? I think I'd rather have the Awake. I could see reasons for hitting this Merchant of Magic coming up instead of Hellvent. I mean, it would be nice to get, like, Cycle of Life and Awake. One of them needs to be a 2 cost, I think. Okay, as long as you're living. Okay. Lost our luck there. I don't know, maybe the Incant's irrelevant. You never know against this boss. He does 53 damage. But I do have 32 regen. On that note, I think we... God damn it, whatever. It doesn't really matter. We're doing this anyhow. I think I might be better off not going the Hellvent route, as I kind of think this out. I would love to Hellvent the Old Magic, but the Merchant of Steel doesn't really have anything for us, and I still have a lot of removals. Like, I think I'd rather have the Vortex and then cost reduce. Like, it is kind of a value hit to not hit on these being able to play both Cycle of Life and Awake, because I keep drawing them together, right? So we would just like to be able to do that, I think. And I just, you know, I still have units, this Mollusk Mage, and I still have Forgotten Powers. I really don't need the Forgotten Powers. And Graft as a tech into Diligent? Maybe. We're not necessarily having a whole lot of non-consumable cards into Diligent. Split Anvil also doesn't work great into Diligent. I might take this as a tech against Diligent. That's okay as well. Okay, we'll do this. We do need to get our shards, I just realized. That's one downside of not going the Hellvent route. Luckily, we got a pretty good one for it, though. Let's just do that to a Forgotten Power, then. And then we're there. Unless I want a Spell Chain. I mean, I could just go to 110, and that's probably fine. Like, a Spell Chain here wouldn't be too bad. I think I would like that. Well, we did end up with Drop Cage, but I ain't taking that. I ain't taking any of these. Oh, well, there we go. Honestly, both of these are super good. I still got some gold left over. Let's see if anything here is super good. I don't know that I need to consume another one of these. I could consume that, but I don't love that. I'm definitely taking that. That's just happening. I'd like to take that max health increase. I mean, that is an initial 35 health extra. That could be pretty good, especially against Diligent, where I kind of want to set up bottom. I think setting up bottom would be good. Let's take it and figure the rest out. If I do this, I reroll. I can't really afford holdover. I don't think that the Eternal Stone is that necessary here. I would like to do that. Let's just reroll. I should have just took it. Just Eternal Permafrosts. Well, let's get the Awake down. Now, if I'm a... It doesn't matter too much, in all honesty, but I think the Awake down is better here. Alright, and we'll do our removals here. Well, I have money to remove as well. I think at least I can play the Mollusk Mage out. Oh, I don't have money for removal. Well, I should buy a Permafrost then, maybe, on something. You never know. I could Permafrost this, I guess. Or this. Maybe that, I don't know. Who knows, maybe. Just wait for like a good turn to play it. And that is basically it, unless I want to add a Purge to a Forgotten Power for 10 shards. I don't think I do. It's not that important to me. Alright, as long as I'm not dying here, we should go bottom. Looks like we're good. Okay, we can at least get one kill there. We should do this because I don't want this to live. That was kind of the purpose of all this. Let's draw 9, so we can still get the Curse Vine. Also makes it so I can kill these Light Wings kind of at will, which is nice. Don't really care about that. But we can do that. Draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just do this. Crazy to have not drawn like any of the old magics or root seeds here. I drawn 1 root seeds. Whatever. this. It's certainly an annoying fight so far. I'm gonna leave that one actually, so that I have another one to draw into. This doesn't really do much for us. Let's just do it here. We can just burn this, I guess, because I overdrew like an idiot. And now I'm doing this. Well, whatever. We'll hopefully be able to dial back our sloppy play here a little bit. Hopefully. Definitely need some more regen. Hand is full again. I keep fucking this up. Here, let's burn one of these out, I guess. Well, hopefully we have enough for Diligent. Starting to get a little worried. Maybe bottom floor ends up not really being what we wanted to do here. I have a problem right now. I keep drawing too much. I also have a problem kind of with Split Anvil never getting me value somehow. I don't know quite how this is happening, but it is. I guess this is just an artifact of how I constructed this. 30 regen. Hopefully it's enough. This is the problem with having two of them at 2. Kind of works here. Fuck. I'm so dumb. I'm playing like such an idiot. This is really unfortunate. All right, we'll get it here. Just burn that out. Barely, though. Rough, to say the least. Well, I don't know if we want to go bottom or top against Divinity. We'll have to see. I'm trying to think what I gained by going bottom, aside from just not getting swept. Like, I don't know. Might be nice to just give myself 3 extra waves here to find stuff. I think especially given that I don't see a Root Seeds or an Old Magic here, I think we're fine to go top. I'm going to stack the initial regen on Shattered Shell, I think. That way I can put all future ones on whoever. Now, I might save this for the wave of, what am I trying to say? Of tanks, or to see if the Scourge mini-boss is there. Might be more useful to just wait for the Scourge mini-boss. We're doing a pretty good amount of damage. I guess I'm down to do this. I think I'd actually rather just do this. Let's do that. That's fine. We'll be able to hopefully see the boss here before we have to commit to the Unnamed Tome. Okay. Well, we'll just try to cash it in up here so I can actually make use of the incant. I might put the Cycle of Life back here, actually. I can heal that. Pretty shit turn, though. We're not doing much regen. Okay. I think I still will do this. Can bring you forward. That's the whole reason we permafrosted you. We finally cash in on that permafrost. All of these 2 costs are definitely fucked, though. I think we'd rather do it like this, I guess. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Can purge that. We'll just purge it here then. Well, we are clearing out the waves. Let's go there. I've lost my music. Let's turn that back on really quick. Where'd you go? Oh, there we go. Okay. The fight's almost over, but you gotta have the music, right? What's the point without any music? Maybe for Divinity, though, we do need to start thinking about regen on the back. I'm doing a lot of damage with Thornlord, though, so I don't know. It's possible it's not that necessary. We'll have Divine Grass for this troop as well, so that's good. Don't really want to kill that, so we can just go like that. Bring you forward. Put some max health back there. We've got Divinity down to about half health, so I don't think we need to really last that long. Okay, we can play that here. Might as well not take all that extra spikes damage, right? Let's start putting someone on our boy here. I'd like to have it survive if we could. Alright, that's a kill. Have at it. Alright, so basically you take the concept of Rat Trap. It's not a Rat Trap build necessarily, but you know, the concept of Rat Trap kind of plays in here, which is you know, the Never Nathaniel coined phrase where you have a Strangler, and typically with him he's using stealth, stack a bunch of stealth, but in this case regen almost represents the stealth, and we just have a nice backliner to scale. It doesn't really matter that it's so slow scaling when Strangler's there. As long as you got the defense, you're good to go. That was a fun one, though. Definitely thanks for that seed. It was definitely not super easy, but I wouldn't say it was necessarily super cursed either. It could be, depending on the route you go, though. That's the thing. Sometimes it's like you might just end up with a route where it's cursed, right? Like some of these, sometimes on a map path, it's not really clear if one side is correct over the other. I think there's a lot of times it is, but there's a lot of times it isn't. Sometimes you just end up with a cavern that gives you old magic, you know? Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you end up just on the other side because whatever you did, you ended up on that other side, and it made sense to go that way, right? So There's always like little things like that. So I think once we hit that old magic though, it opened up a bit more. If we had not found the old magic, this run I think still wins, but it's a lot more difficult and a little bit more like we probably have to go top floor for sure against Seraph. And then we have to deal with the Scourges being shuffled in and whatnot. But, you know, all things considered, what we ended up with ended up pretty solid, right? So let's take a quick look what you ended up with. It does look like you went with a Siliphyte Mollusk Mage plan. I'd be curious to know what was going on here. So you have Endless Mollusk Mage self-infused with health. Were you just not using Wildenton, I wonder? Like putting him top or something? Or did you actually have him on a floor? I guess I could see something where you're... You must have been using him if you have those Wildwood Saps. You did find the old magic, but you went hard on the health. I don't think I like this one as much. I mean, it's... Well, I mean, in your build it makes sense, right? Because you're not really scaling your damage on anything. Other than maybe Wildenton itself. So just focusing more on the regen kind of makes sense. You definitely have a setup here, right? That could work. I don't know about the Vine Mother. I wouldn't take that, I don't think. So I guess my thought here on what you did is Wildenton and Siliphyte on a floor. Stack a bunch of regen on Wildenton. Or Siliphyte. I guess either one works. And then basically you keep rooting a floor. You could kill a few of the units with Wildenton, but eventually they spill up because the overflow. And then I guess the problem there though is those units that spill up are not going to be the ones, they're going to be the new units, so they don't get spell weakness applied. I don't know. I guess you'll have to tell me what you did on this run. To me, what I would do if you're going this route, you can stick with this. I like the double incant single strangler. It's a very good Wildenton to have. But if you have that, with this setup, you want to use it. And if you have the Siliphyte, if you went with the Siliphyte route instead of the Shattered Shell, this works with all the... You got some heavy hitting spells. But what you need to do is put a Mollusk Mage into that, I think. Because then you can fit Wildenton, Siliphyte on the floor. You'll be applying spell weakness on the floor, and they'll be staying there. And if you want to clear them out, might as well just put your plus 10 right here, right? Alternatively, I think you'd actually just get more from self-infusing the Siliphyte and not worrying about Mollusk Mage. Self-infuse the Siliphyte. You could set up bottom on Divinity. The final wave will be nothing, right? As long as you're clearing it out, everything. Hopefully you can clear them out, that's the big thing. But then you'll have a free shot on Divinity with a ton of spell weakness, and that'll one-hit kill, especially with your Permafrosted Piercing Crit Builder. You'll have, you know, 2 times, because you'll be playing 2 spell weakness every turn. You'll be, you know, however many waves Divinity is, I figured exactly how much, 10 or something. So it's like 20 spell weakness, that's going to be 110 times something. That'll be like a 2,000 damage finisher. Maybe more if you can hit him with that one, right? That would probably just one-shot him, but I think between that and the fact that your Wildenton would have a lot of regen and actually a decent amount of damage from the incants, I think you would win Divinity there. But it looks like you lost to Shade Wings. So I don't know what happened there. You'll just have to let me know. But that would be my thought on what to do there. Anyway, though, that was a cool seed. Thanks for it. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.